It's Monday and I'm not in my house. I'm in dog's house. I'm in Bear's house right now. I'm just playing ball with him for a bit. I'm going to take him back outside in a little bit. I like to go out for a bit and then come back in, especially in this weather because the sun keeps coming out and it's too hot. Anyway, I'm already rambling 17 seconds into the video. Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm a solo mum to one. And on this channel, I talk everything money saving, mum life, Disney cruise, a bit of everything. So if you like that kind of thing, then do hit the subscribe button. So yeah, I'm at Bear's house at the moment, just playing ball with him. And then I'm going to go home and I've got Freddie at home. And then I've got Archie coming in on Wednesday. And then, yeah, so another day, another week of dogs. My son had a bit of an episode on Friday at school. I'm not going to go into it because it's not fair on my son, but it wasn't good. So it's been a bit of an emotional weekend. However, we did do the football tournament and my son's team have only been put together for the last couple of months and they haven't won a game yet. But on Saturday, they won their first game and everybody was staring at us because when we found out that they won, because obviously they were still playing, they were 2-1 up, but we were like, please blow the whistle. And they blew the whistle and just the noise of us, everybody stopped what they were doing and looked around because we were just so happy for them. We're so excited that they won their first game and it gives them confidence to win their next game. So he did that on Saturday. I had a great time. We went and saw my dad on Sunday. You lost your ball again. Oh, there it is. To give him his birthday presents, which was lovely. My son got him an Aston Villa Lego ball. So he has to make a Aston Villa football out of Lego. It's a right pain in the butt, so we kind of gave it to them and just left it with them. And then I got my dad this blanket and I said, read the blanket, Dad, and he did, and he cried, then I cried. So I will link the blanket that I got my dad in the description box below. I got it from Amazon for like $19.99 or something. And they do blankets for like daughters, sons, mums, grandparents, dad's brothers, best friends, all of it. And it's such a lovely blanket to have. And my dad, bless him, he cried. So which then makes me cry. Because when my dad cries, I cry. I don't cry so much when my mum cries. But when my dad cries, it's just something different, isn't there? And anybody else feel like that? Especially if you're a daddy's girl, because I'm a daddy's girl. When your dad cries, then it just wrenches you, doesn't it? Anyway, what's going on this week? I don't know. I don't even know what's going on this week. Nothing today. I've got a meet and greet with a dog tonight, with Bodie. It's going to do another drop-in dog visit for a few days. Tomorrow, I don't think there's anything going on, just martial arts. Wednesday, I've got a dog Archie in, and I've got a few other things booked in for me that I need to go and do. What are you doing now? But then I've got... So my dad's picking up my son and taking him swimming and then to football, and I'll pick him up at football. On Thursday, I don't think there's anything on. And then on Friday, my ex has got my son and there's something else happening. There are things happening this week and I have no idea what they are. I don't know. I have no idea. I know this Saturday is the spiritual fair. I've checked, I double checked. And I double checked again and I triple checked even. But it's a spiritual fair on. It's a spiritual and well-being fair. And I've been watching it closely on Facebook and there's lots of different vendors there. So that's going to be a good day. And my son's got martial arts grading and a football match. So it's another busy weekend. Another busy word. But hey, you know, this is the role of mum, isn't it? When they get to a certain age, then you are just literally mum or dad's taxi, right? So anyway, a friend of mine who is going on the cruise that I've met through a cruise website, a cruise WhatsApp group or whatever, and they wanted to start their own YouTube channel. Obviously, I've got my own YouTube channel. I've been giving him some hints and some tips, and he's uploaded his first video. He's a single dad, and he's absolutely smashed it. It looks so good. It is called Dad Mode Activated. I will link his channel in the description box below. So yeah, he's just really gone for it. He's done really well, so I'm really proud of him. So if you want to go and watch that one, then I'll link that in the description box and you can go and watch his videos. He does a bit of everything, right? A bit different to me, but still, it's definitely worth a watch. So, you know, go and check him out because it's great. So it made me feel good because I helped. And you always feel good when you help other people, don't you? So that's that. Okay, this dog is staring at me. So I think I'd better go and play ball with him for the next couple of minutes before I've got to shoot off home. And then I've got a bit more work to do before I go and pick up my son. But it's not as hot at the moment. It's meant to be very hot tomorrow, not so hot today. So I'm going to go for a nice long walk later. And while it's still cool, and then tomorrow go in the heat. But I'll catch up with you later. It's Tuesday, and I have just come back from doing a dog called Bodhi. So it's a last minute thing. It was... just 3 days, well, it is just 3 days of doing a drop-in visit for a tiny Jack Russell. And I went and did a meet and greet on Monday, and he was absolutely lovely. And today was my first day as a postman. Today was my first day to what? To look after him. So that was today. And I didn't realise how much he molts, and he molts. Like, I am in black. Worst thing ever is to wear black. And now my leggings and my top is pretty much white. It's white today. So I've decided, this might sound grim, and I'm sorry if it does sound grim, but I'm just going to take them off and fold them up and put them on the chair. And then when I go and do the dog again tomorrow, I'm just going to put these clothes back on, and I'm just going to wear these to see the dog for the next 3 days, and then I'll wash them. Because otherwise all my clothes are going to have like white dog hair on. So that might be a bit gross, but I think that's probably the best thing to do. Bear that I do, he doesn't really molt that much, a little bit, but not a lot. But this one molts a lot. So I've literally got, it's now 25 to 2. I've got to leave the house in the next 15 minutes because I'm going to go for my nice long walk to get my son, but I can't go with white dog hair all over me. No, I can't. So I'm going to quickly get changed, and then I'm going to go for a walk. Now, I said something yesterday to my son. And I'm terrible. I feel terrible. I feel like a terrible person saying it. Well, I'm not terrible. I'm over exaggerating there. But my son was chatting about all the things that he wants, because I spent a little bit of a small fortune this morning on Amazon Prime getting more stuff ready for the cruise. And I'm going to do a whole video on all the stuff I got from Amazon and a few other bits from like Primark and Poundland, clothes-wise, for the cruise. And I'll do a video of that in a couple of weeks. But then he saw that it was Amazon Prime Day on like TV and on YouTube and stuff like that. And he started listing off everything that he wants, just wants. Not in Christmas or birthday, just things that he wants. And he goes, Mel, can you buy it for me? And I turned around and I said, you know, men don't grow on trees, right? And I had to stop myself because I was like, oh my God, I'm that parent now. I am that parent. I am now turned into my parents that said that to me. So yeah, I'm that parent now. I'm when you don't grow on trees. So like, oh God, what's next? What's next? All the things you said you wasn't going to say that your parents said to you, you now end up saying it to your own kids. So if you haven't got kids or you've got small kids, be warned, because those words will come out without even thinking. Anyway, I've got to rush off because I've got to go and pick up my boy from school, quickly get changed, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. It's Wednesday. I got a dog in today. I've got Archie in today. I've had Archie a couple of times before. Really like Archie. Big black lab. I just took him for a walk. I've been to do Bear and Bodhi, and I've just took Archie for a walk. All these names. And then as I literally walked back into my street after a 20-minute walk with him, I realised that I put my vest top on the wrong way round. I did a whole walk with my vest top the wrong way round. But never mind. It doesn't matter. One of those things. It's warm today, but it's not like hot, blaring sun. So it's a bit of a cloud, giving you a weather update for the UK, for everyone that's watching that's not in the UK. And it's not even that important. But there is another heat wave coming, which I hate. So I'm going to get up in the attic, I think, in the next couple of days. What? I know. In the next couple of days, and get the big fan. I'm going to get the big fan out because it's just too hot with those little ones. It's just not doing anything. And let me know if you've got kids. Are your kids struggling to sleep in the heat? I don't know if my son's actually struggling to sleep or just using it as an excuse not to go to bed. So let me know if your kids are the same. So we're going to go at the back. Just anyone else's dog do this? Like, you take them out for a nice 20-minute walk, and then as soon as they come in, they want to go in the back garden. Like, why? Like, you've just been outside for a 20-minute walk. Sorry, the cat was going. So it's Wednesday. It's usually my ex-husband's day, but he's in London, and I've got to say goodbye to this dog, hand this dog back over at the same time that my son has swimming and football. So quick call to my dad, and my dad's picking him up from school, taking him swimming, taking him over to football. Football practice is just over the park from me today, so like 5-minute walk, and then I'm going to go and get him from the park at about 6:30, 7 o'clock. And today's the last football for a few weeks, so he hasn't got football for a few weeks now. They got a little bit of a break, and then they go back at the beginning of August for pre-season. If they have any matches, he shouldn't miss them because they're on Saturdays, and we can do all of them apart from one. And I think that's when my ex takes my boy away. But I think actually pre-season starts when he comes back from holiday, so he won't miss any. And he'll miss one football session because we'll be on the cruise. So, you know, can't bring him back from there. So he's a little bit sad that it's going to end for a few weeks, but also it's good that, you know, he gets that break. And then we have to go and sign him back up again on the 19th of July, which is check-in day for the cruise. Everything is happening on that day. And not just the football thing or the cruise, like everything just wants to happen on one day, just one day. I've got to start the check-in at 5 a.m, which is fine because I'm up at 4 anyway. Then I go around to my dad and his wife, and they're going to help me print off all the documents that I need. And then they've got this tin that they've been putting loose change in for the last year, and they want to open it and give it to my son as spending money on the cruise. So obviously we'll see how much is there, and then I'll put it in my bank, and then it will go on the card, and he can have that amount to spend on the cruise ship. And then I've got to go sign him up to football. So the club that he plays at has an adult team, and if we sign up for the entire year, then we get a season ticket to the games, which I think he would like. He can go for free anyway because he's part of the same football club, but as parents we would have to pay. But if we sign up, we get one season ticket free, which my ex and I can split between us whenever we want to. That's if we pay for a year up front. We don't know how much a year up front is yet, because this is our first time paying the whole lot and signing him up because he started in May. And I spoke to my ex about it last Saturday at the tournament and said, if you want to do the year, do you want to go 50-50? It's fair, right? He said yes, but it was a reluctant yes. So I don't know what's going to happen there. So if not, I'm just going to have to pay monthly because I think it'll be down to me to do it. I don't think he will, but we will see. He might surprise me yet. Anyway, Archie is now dead on the floor, panting. Obviously he's been out the back, he's been for a long walk. I'm going to quickly make myself a cup of tea and have something to eat, and then I've got to record a video. So I was, as I mentioned earlier, I am so all over the place right now. End of term, my son got on his holiday with his dad, we got cruise, we got grading on Saturday, it's the end of football. There just seems to be a lot. Does anybody else feel that way? Towards the end of the summer term at school, it just feels like everything's go, 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 go. So I have done a big shop on Amazon, got some clothes, got some cruise bits and pieces. Would you like me to do like another, this is what I'm going to be taking and wearing for the cruise, and actually try the outfits on? If you'd like to see that video, let me know, and I'll make sure I record that when everything arrives. I think it's going to take a good few days for it to arrive. But today I'm going to be doing a video that would have come out last Wednesday. It's like a prep video, so like how I prep to go grocery shopping, and then I'll be going to the grocery shop on Friday, so they should already be up, so I'll link them in the description box below for you. But I've only got an hour and I've got to eat because I haven't had any lunch yet. I've got to go and get some food, have a cup of tea, and then record by 3 o'clock. Then I've got to get it edited and subtitles and all that jazz that YouTube has got to do by 4 o'clock, and it's 2 o'clock. I'll let you know tomorrow if I did it. Anyway, I'm going to go and get something to eat, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. It's Thursday and it is hot. I got Freddie curled up next to me here. He's my my brother's godmother's dog. She's gone away for her birthday and her anniversary, so we've got him for 2 weeks. He is absolutely lovely. Well, he kind of gives me a bit of side eye. Like, I don't think he's overly sure on me, but he does love a cuddle. He does love a cuddle. God, it is so hot today. I can't cope with it. I hate this. And it's meant to stick with the heat wave for a good few days, maybe even into next week. So that's not good for me. So I've got a massive, large fan up in the attic. So I think I'm going to have to go and get that at the weekend. At the weekend, my son's got his grading. So looking forward to that. I wasn't sure that he was ready for it because obviously as he's going up, it's getting harder. And he's so laid back with it, like super laid back. Like he wants to do his best, but like it's a priority to him, but he just looks at it like it's a bit of fun. And if he passes, great. If he doesn't, then he'll just try again next time, which is a fantastic attitude to have. But yeah, he's got that on Saturday. So my ex has got him in the morning. I've got to go and pick him up, take him to martial arts, do his grading, and then I've got to take him back to my ex again. There is a spiritual fair on this Saturday, and I really want to go to it. But the grading is in the middle of the day. And my ex usually goes to the gym when I take my son grading. So if he's not back, I can't go. So that's frustrating. It seems to be that all the spiritual fairs I want to go to are when I'm busy. Typical, isn't it? Bloody typical. I've got Amazon package coming today. I've got all my stuff coming today, which is good. I wanted to try something. I bought this primer in Home Bargains. This one. I'll see if I can link it for you. I don't know if I can, but if I can, I will. If not, I'll just name it in the description. It is the best primer I've had. It's called, I think it's BP Professional HD Smoothing Primer. It's a sticky primer and keeps your makeup on. So I haven't got it on at the moment. And you can see that my makeup is starting to come off already because I bought one, but I wanted to put it in for the cruise. So I got another one and I'm going to have this for like now. And I put it on and my makeup stayed on all day. This primer is the best and it's only 99p. So if I can find a link for it, then I will. But if I can't, then just pop into Home Bargains. I'll name it in the description. Go and check it out. It's such a good one. So I find sometimes the cheap makeup actually sometimes is the best. I've been watching a lot on TikTok of like Primark or Primark, however which way you say it, versus Poundland makeup. I'm not sure which one I like. Let me know. Let me know. Do you pay big bucks for makeup or do you just buy cheap one and find it is just as good? So I'm kind of mid-range, but makeup is not cheap and we all need it, don't we? Well, we don't all need it, but I like it. I like to wear my makeup. So, but yeah, this smoothing primer is fantastic. It's really, really good. I did pick up their concealer as well. I can find that. Can I find that? I picked up the concealer. I don't know what this is going to be like, so I will let you know what this is like probably tomorrow in my next clip of this video. I want to see what this concealer is like, and this was only £1.49. So if this works, I'm going to be like stocking up on Home Bargains makeup. So I've got a lot of work to do, but I'm hot and I'm tired and I'm a little bit grumpy. Just a little bit, just in a grump, you know, I'm just grumpy. I'm grumpy. So I think I'm just going to work. I've got to go and do Bear and I've got Bodhi for the last day today as well. And then I've got to go and pick up my son. I was going to go for a walk, but it is really hot outside. So I'm going to try and find my hat. I can't find my hat. And make sure that I put my hat on when I go for a walk today. Cover myself in sun cream and away we go. So this is a boring Thursday, but there's nothing else exciting happening. It's a bit of a lazier day, which I like because the last few days have been extremely busy. That when you have a day where it's just like a normal day, like nothing else is happening, I haven't got to go anywhere, I haven't got to do anything, everything's great. I like these days because I just feel like I can just breathe a little bit. Just breathe a little bit. Anyway, I've got a lot of stuff to get on with. And then I'm going to go and do the dogs. I just need a day, you know. I might go and pop and see my brother at the weekend. I'm not sure yet. Don't know what he's up to. I'll give him a text later. And my son finished football yesterday for a month. So that means I've got to go out in the garden and play football with him. But yeah, all he's going to do is miss one football session throughout the whole summer, and that's when we're on the cruise ship. Other than that, he's going to be able to attend all of them because my ex is taking him away while they're still on their summer break. So he's just going to miss one football session. So it's not too bad. And then you've got martial arts, and we pay for one session a week, but he can go any day he wants to in that week. So between holidays and my ex having him and I'm having him, I really do need to sit down later and work out when he can actually go and if he's going to miss any of them. They do them on Saturday morning, so I could possibly take him on a Saturday morning if need be. But that is another thing to add on a list of things to do. I swear, I take one thing off and 20 things go on all the time. Anyone else feel like that with their list of things to do? Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, I'm going to stop procrastinating, and I'm going to get on. I'll speak to you tomorrow. It's Friday and I look like I've been pulled through a hedge backwards. My hair is an absolute mess. I've had it up, I've had it down. It's been doing my head in because it's so hot. And yes, I'm going to do the very British thing and say that it is really hot and I hate it. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm sweating. But the best thing is, I'm putting the washing on. So I put washing on at 5 a.m. this morning. It was dry by 7. I've got another load on now and I'm going to put one more load on when that one's finished, and I reckon by lunchtime we'll be done. And then later on this evening when it cools down, I'm going to do all the ironing, and that is one big job all done for the weekend. It's done, absolutely done. I've had a really good morning. First of all, I have been a bit stressed. My anxiety took hold of me and just kicks my butt really this week. It really did kick my butt. I realised as well that I can get a pretty good grip on my anxiety. However, when I'm feeling extremely overwhelmed with everything going on in life, like really stressed, I can't control it. So it takes so much of my energy to control my anxiety when there's other things going on in my life, like trying to sort Disney, end of school. My ex is taking my son away to Spain for a week, so I'm trying to make sure that he's got everything that he needs. And then obviously we got check-in, so trying to sort the passports out because we both got to check in for our places roughly around the same time. My son just wants a lot of attention. He's feeling a bit sad at the moment. I think he's just tired from all the school stuff. There's some problems with my family again that yeah, we don't need to go there. Not right now anyway. And yeah, it's just a lot, you know. And I feel that when there's overwhelm, I can't grip my anxiety. And then sometimes the people closest to me, the people that I love the most, take the brunt of that. And that's not fair. And I need to learn to either overcome the overwhelm, deal with stress better, or explain to people what's going on so that they can be more reassuring. But then that's not fair on them. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know what you think. So this morning, when I come back from shopping, which was under £40 last week, how awesome is that? So I was just like really chuffed with that. Go and watch last week's videos, Wednesday and Friday. I will link them in the description box below for you. And then my son is very much into Diary of a Wimpy Kid. He loves it and he's been reading the books. So I saw 4 books for £4, so I grabbed those. And then my mum was on Facebook and she saw this person had a different 4 or 5 books for £5. So I said, oh, can you ask if she's got them still? And then she said she had more. She had 9 books for £8 and they were ones that he hasn't had. So now he has like 12 books of Diary of a Wimpy Kid and he just sits there and reads them. So that's good. And then another thing is, to get me out of the funk that I'm in, I just put some music on. I'll just dance it out. I just dance it out. Even though it's hot, I'll dance it. And I put 90s music on. Born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, girl. Absolutely love the 90s music. I've been just like jamming away to 90s tunes and it's just brought me out of my mood and I feel super happy now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to the spiritual fair. I will get to one. I will get to one. There is one in October and I'm just like, I'm going to it with whatever's happening. Hopefully there'll be a few more before then. My son's got his grading at midday. I've got to go and pick him up from my ex. Then I've got to take him to the grading. And then if my ex is back, I can take him back to the house. If not, he's got to stay with me. But I don't want to take him to the spiritual fair and then have to leave to take him back to the ex, if that makes sense. And also I've got dog Luna in. So I'm having Luna next Friday for a few days. But she asked if I could have her tomorrow. So I said, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, so everything's just a bit busy. So I'm not going to make it, fortunately. But I will keep looking at ones in the local area, and I will attend one. I will attend one soon. So I'm feeling much better, and I look better. Like, I was looking back at the videos, editing as I go, and I look like shit. I look so horrible, but today I feel like I look better. I look like my old self again. And 90s music, it's cheesy, it's tacky, everyone knows the words, but no one knows how they know them. But we all seem to know the words to 90s cheesy songs. And it just lifts you out of your mood. So if you're in a mood, there you go, 90s music. Anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here. I only do my vlogs Monday to Friday. I take the weekend just to be with my son and just to do the jobs that mums need to do. I'm sure that I will pick up the camera over the weekends when it comes to summer holidays, because there's a few things that we're going to be doing. So I take you along with me there. But yeah, I hope you are enjoying the summer and the sunshine. Enjoy the sunshine, not the heat. There's a difference, isn't there? We can enjoy the sunshine, but not the heat. And just buy lots of deodorant because we sweat so much. So I hope you had a good weekend, because this goes out on Monday. So I hope you had a good weekend. Let me know what you got up to. And we go into the very last week of school, and this is it. Then 6 weeks off with the kids. Are we ready? Are we prepared? Let me know in the comments if you are prepared for the 6 weeks holiday. I'm looking forward to not doing the school run anymore, but I'm not really looking forward to trying to entertain my child without spending any money and it being super hot. So let me know what you've been doing in the summer holidays with your kid. If you're not going to holiday, what are you doing with them that's not going to cost you any money, but will keep them entertained for hours? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with a friend if you think they would enjoy it as well. Also hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos from me. I hope whenever you watch this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.